And again, he says that we did not receive, in verse 15, you did not receive the spirit that makes you a slave again to fear, but you received the spirit of sonship. And by him we cry, Abba, Father. And that's the beauty of the fact that before we were just a slave. When we let our flesh take control, when the sin was ruling over us, we become slaves to sin, because whoever you serve, that's who you become a slave to. And we were simply just having to do what our flesh told us to do, having to go where our flesh brought us, having to say what our flesh had us to say. Now we have control over our mind and our thoughts and our attitudes and our words, and we can control that through the Spirit of God, and we don't have to just be led as slaves to sin. We don't have to give in to those things. We have a choice in our lives where we can say, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to say that. I don't want to go there. I don't want to be like that. I want to change in my mind and in my attitudes. He talked about earlier, actually, in Romans 8:5, it said, those who live according to the flesh have their mind set on what the nature desires, but those who live according to the Spirit have their mind set on what the Spirit desires. And it's just a changing of our mind. Remember, he talks about the thoughts and attitudes of our mind being brought into captivity through Christ. And as we are able to bring those into captivity into the Spirit of God and being led by that Spirit, we show forth that we are children of God, that we are able to know Him as Father and relate with Him that way, and we're not a slave anymore, but instead we are a child.